Hey, I'm Maybe Burke, and you're watching Makeup for Lost Time. This is my series for trans women and other people who feel like they missed a few classes when it came to learning about makeup. And today we're going to do a soft glam Valentine's look. I have a Valentine for the first time this year, so this look is basically going to be me trial running what I'm going to do. We're going out the night after Valentine's Day, and he hasn't actually told me where we're going yet, but I want to look cute and figured I'd show you a full soft glam routine, starting with moisturizer. Now, if you've been here before, you know I start with my eyes. I'm going to take an eyeshadow base, and I'm going to take that right onto the eyelid on both sides, and then I'll blend up from there, right up to the brow. I like to cover this whole area. I purposely bought this in a color that would like highlight the brow ridge. So boyfriend hasn't told me where we're going, but he told his mom and then she helped me pick out an outfit. Because I was like, I'm fine with getting a surprise, but you have to tell me how to dress. I'm just setting this with some loose powder. And then I'm going to be doing a look with a lot of pinks. I know that pinks work for me. I like pinks on me. I like pink tones and cool tones on my face. If you don't agree, if you don't like pink tones on your skin, you can probably do this with different colors, but I'm gonna do pinks. Because it's Valentine's Day and because it's not too far off from what I just normally do. So I'm getting some like medium, dusty pink in the crease there, and I'm going a little bit above like where my crease sits so that when I relax my eye you still see it up above there, and just softly blending that in. Get that as a base on both sides of the eye, or both eyes, I guess, both sides of the face. Just a nice wash of a transition shade. And then I'm gonna come with a deeper pink right on this outer third here. If you've been around, you know that I do my eyes first. That is intentional so that if there's any fallout or anything goes wrong, I can clean it up a lot easier and not have to mess up a base routine that I've already done. If anything falls on my cheek, I can just wipe it off and I'm not wiping off foundation or concealer that's already there. But also sometimes I do an eye look and I don't like it. And it'll be a lot harder to redo the whole face than to just wipe off and redo the eyes. Now I'm gonna take the deepest pink color and stamp that right along the lash line. Just right, basically inside of what I just had laid down. Obviously I won't be wearing a Rugrats hoodie for a Valentine's Day date, but maybe that's not obvious, but just so you know. But I will be wearing a red dress, so having the red on helps me see what the whole thing will look like. Because yes, what you're wearing can influence what your makeup looks like. Just gonna take a clean brush, blend that out a little bit. And then from here, I have this like dusty purple color. We're gonna use that right on the outer third of the eye, just to pop in some dimension. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just playing around. You don't necessarily have to get as in-depth with the shadow as I'm doing. I just like playing with color and depth and dimension. You also don't need to do anything I'm doing. This is my face and what I like to do. And then, as I typically do, I'm gonna take a light shade across most of the lid and into that inner corner. This is what I do most of the time. I have found a bright inner corner is how I prefer my makeup to look. Going from inner corner to outer corner, the lid basically goes from bright colors to deeper colors. That's like a general rule of my go-to with makeup, but I don't always live by it. And then I actually am going to come in and really deepen this lash line. I'm just taking this flat, stiff brush, pressing it and wiggling with some black shadow in order to really establish the frame of the eye there. I've only recently picked up this technique, and I honestly love it. I never really loved a fully lined eye until I did it like this. And with doing this, I haven't actually been using any like liquid liner. Just go in and curl my lashes, and then that tight line and mascara kind of do all the work for me. So I'll take a healthy dose of mascara, starting right at the lash line, wiggling it in, and then we flick up to coat the full lash. And you see that tight line we gave acts as a base, so the mascara isn't just like coming out of nowhere. Because sometimes when you do mascara without any liner, the mascara looks like so obvious and apparent on your eyes because it doesn't really blend in to your eyelid. So adding that liner kind of gives your mascara a place to land. And it winds up looking just a little more cohesive. So from there, we're gonna move on to complexion. And I'm gonna do a little bit of mixing. We're gonna do a little bit of chemistry, completely not necessary. It's just because I like this foundation, but it runs a little yellow on me. But you can, and you should, just use a foundation that matches you. Because sometimes the mix is not worth it. And sometimes it still runs warm. That's fine. I'm not actually going out tonight. I can do a different foundation on Saturday. But I am just going to work this in. Oh, I might have used too much blue. Yeah, this is pulling a little gray now. So I look a little dead, but it's going to be okay. That color is still not matching great, but it's okay. Instead of a layer of color corrector and then a layer of concealer, we're actually going to mix eyeshadow base with our color corrector and just a dab of concealer. Again, you could just use concealer. You can layer color corrector under concealer. I've done that to neutralize for sure. But I saw some people doing this technique, and I've given it a try a couple of times, and I do like it. I'm gonna pop that down the center of the face as well. Love my upper lip to be nice and bright, and in the middle of the chin. And then we can come and blend that out. Blend that right into that inner corner so that that brightest eyeshadow blends right into your brightening concealer. The name of the game is cohesive. I'm gonna take a nice bright pink blush. I'm gonna keep this pretty central. Gonna look directly ahead and focus it right below and out a little bit from my eye. You'll see it's not directly below my pupil, but below and out a little bit. And then I can blend out and up from there. This also gets on the tip of the nose. Again, everything wants to be a little cohesive. We gave the nose the same color as the cheeks, and then a little life on the forehead. Blush is also often like the first thing to really fade, so it might look a little heavy-handed, but it's worth it. Now, if you've seen my videos before, you've seen this technique. Oh, this braid is not keeping up. Poor thing. What happened here? I'm usually a much better braider than this. Well, we're gonna take some setting spray all across the face before we go in with our powders. I'm going to take a loose powder on a brush and just lightly set those under eyes, smile lines, and basically down the center where I laid that concealer. And then we're taking our lightest pink blush right over where that cream is in all of the same spots. And now boyfriend has not told me where we're going, but he has told me that it's to dinner, to eat. So I'm using a really light lip liner that is basically the color of my lips, so that if and when I eat it off, there's not a huge difference. Because while I could do like bulletproof lips, I'm not looking to continuously be checking to make sure it's not everywhere. And this is just gonna get topped off with a simple clear gloss. That can be replaced and replicated by my bag gloss, because I always have a lip gloss in my bag. And then the rest is really basics you've seen before. Gonna gel the brows to lock them in place. Take a brightening powder on a powder puff, work it in, and this helps the blush blend as well. An extra layer of setting spray. And then to finish it off, I might come in with a pink highlighter. Not all over, because I don't love to sparkle, but in those few places, it can help. It can be pretty. And there you have a little Valentine's glam. And my hair will be better than this. I don't know what's going on with this braid. I'll be in a nice dress, not this Rugrats hoodie, but here we have a little soft glam. Perfect for a Valentine's date. Let me know if you try this out or if you take pieces from it, and I'll see you next time as we make up for lost time.